shouting and waving his arms about among a crowd of men who were unloading goods onto the pavement. Old Martha was running about this way and that, not knowing what to do. Hurry up, Axel! Exclaimed the professor as soon as he saw me. You haven't packed my papers, are not in orders. Saw me, you haven't packed my papers. I can't find the key to my bag. I was horrified. I couldn't speak properly. I could only just whisper, Are we going then? Yes, of course. At John, the day after tomorrow, I ran to my little room. There was no longer any doubt about it. My uncle had been buying things for the journey. The pavement outside the house was covered with so many rope ladders, electric lamps, access, and other things needed for the expectation that it would take at least then 10 men to carry them all. I couldn't sleep. The next morning, I was called early. I had made up my mind not to open the door, but how could I disobey the sweet voice I heard? My dear Axel, I came out of my room. I thought my I thought my pale face and red eyes would make Robin feel sorry for me and change her ideas. Axel, she said, I see that you have had a good night rest and now feel better. Feel better? Axel Robin continued. I have had a long talk with the professor. He is a man of great courage, and you must remember that he is a relative. He has told me that about his plans and hopes. He will succeed, I am sure. Oh, Alex, what a glory! There will be a Professor Lindenbrock, and for his companion, Glory. When you return, you will be a man his equal, free to speak and act as you wish to. She looked into my eyes and smiled. Her words made me feel much happier. Still, I refused to believe we were leaving. I took Robin along to the professor's study. Uncle, I said, do we really have to go so soon? It is only 26 May. And of course, we missed to go now. Do you think it's so easy to get to Ireland from here? This is only a one regular boat from Compton to Reykjavik, and it leaves on the 22nd of each month. Well, if we waited until 22 June, we should arrive too late to see the shadow of Scottish touch the crater. So we have to get to Companion as fast as we can to find some other ship, go and back. Our journey begins. All the instruments, guns, and electrical equipment had been arriving. Poor Martha did not understand what was happening. Is the master mad? She asked me. Yes, I said. I fell onto my bed. I dreamed wildly about abysses. I felt the professor's strong hand dragging me into holes so deep that they seemed to have no bottom. I keep falling, going down faster and faster like a rock dropping through a space. My life had become one long fall. I woke up at 5 worn out and went down into the dining room. My uncle was at the table eating a good breakfast. I looked at him angrily, but as Robin was there, I said nothing. I ate nothing either. At 5:30, a carriage arrived to take us to the station of the Altona. Soon it was filled with our luggage. My uncle solemnly handed the keys of the house to Robin. She kissed her godfather calmly, but she could not stop a tear or two as her sweet lips touched my cheek. Robin, I whispered. Go, Alex, dear, go, she said. When you come back, I shall be your wife. I held her in my arms and then got into a carriage from the door. Martha was Robin waved goodbye, the driver whistled, and the two horses began to pull the carriage along the road to the Altona. At 6:30, the carriage arrived at the station at 7 o'clock. We were sitting opposite each other on the train with all our luggage. The whistle blew and we were on our way. I watched the changing scenario. My uncle checked his pockets and bags to make sure he had brought all the right papers. I noticed the piece of parchment among them and cursed it from the bottom of my heart. 3 hours later, the train arrived at Kiel. From there, we went by ship to Copenhagen, where we arrived at 10 into the morning on 28th May and went straight to the hotel. After a quick wash, the professor was off again, taking me with him up and down the harbor we went in the search of a ship to the island. I hoped we would not find one, but I was disappointed. A a little Danish ship, the Valkyrie, was sailing the Rajvik. On 2nd June, the professor was so pleased that the captain was able to ask double the usual fare. Come on board on Tuesday at 7 in the morning, he said, putting the money in his pocket. What a luck, my uncle said to me. Now let's have some breakfast and see the sights of Copenhagen. I explored the city like a child. What a delightful walk we could have had there, my pretty Robin and I beside the harbor and along the green banks. But the Robin was far away and I would never see her again. A new chapter है Mr. Fredrickson helps.